Today we're in the 2021 Jeep Wrangler JL. We got the diesel in this one, and I ended up getting it using Turo. Now I've got a whole 4 subscribers, so today's video is not sponsored by Turo. But for 80 bucks a day, you really can't go wrong for driving something around Miami. So let's get into it here. Got about 7,000 miles on it. This thing, and we'll see later, it's lifted on 37s, got a 3-inch lift, and even with all of that, I'm still getting 19.5 miles per gallon. Obviously, not too many people care about that, but coming from a guy who's got the JL with the 3.6 liter in it, kind of surprising, because I know when you put those 37s on there, you put a lift on it, you got to re-gear it and all that stuff just to get your mileage halfway decent. So it's been great so far. Let's do a little bit of a walk around here. So once again, got the 37s, 3-inch lift. The guy that ended up buying it and renting it out ended up putting a little bit of a hood on there. I'm not a huge fan of like the big hoods. This isn't a muscle car. You don't really need the extra room in there. One thing I do dig is that he ended up getting the bumper on here. This steel bumper is awesome. Got a nice winch in there. And then in addition to that, he's also got the marker lights up here too. I was using those last night. They run absolutely awesome. It's got some fuel wheels, and like I said, rocking 37s. Looks like we got some Patagonias there too. Ride's really good. Obviously it's going to be a little bit rougher, just because of, the lift and the tires and everything like that. And obviously it's a Jeep. We're not driving a Cadillac, but, all around really, really nice Jeep. I dig this army green. The one that I got is actually that steel gray or whatever they call it. And this army green looks really, really good. Over here you can check out the Eco Diesel. Yeah, lots of room on the inside. Once again, just like your regular Jeep. And obviously the green paint ended up flowing to the inside here as well too. Green one here today, automatic. Obviously with the diesel, they only come in automatic. I do know that the transmission for the diesels was beefed up from the regular 8-speed you get with the gassers. Once again, the motor in this thing paired with this transmission, it's absolutely great. Like, I was really surprised like how much get up this thing still has. But with that diesel, you got like 420, I think, foot-pounds of torque. So it's been running really, really good. Once again, really surprised with the power that we're getting with it. Don't know if this is stock, but the guy that I ended up renting this from has this like army green stitched interior. Once again, something that I gotta check to see if it's stock from Jeep themselves, but it's great. We got the screen over here. This is actually, you can listen to the radio. We've got some kind of not a huge Bob Marley guy, but I guess that's what the last guy was listening to. But yeah, I mean, it's really great. Seats are comfortable. All right, so I've gotten to drive the Jeep for a little bit now, and the more and more that I drive it, the more and more I wish I actually did have the diesel. Like, it is that good of a motor, and I know I keep harping on it and everything, but I figure you guys have heard a bunch of things on like the regular V6 and now the 2-liter turbo that's come out on the newer Jeeps and everything. So but yeah, once again, not to harp on the diesel, but it really is a good motor. It handles the 37s very well, and the question that I'm sure a lot of people are asking is it worth the extra $4,000 or whatever dollars it is to get the motor? Not yet. So what I mean by that is I would not be going to a dealership to buy one of these things brand new and put an extra $10,000-$15,000 if you want to get like a decent lift, and like put it on like one of these. Now 5-6 years down the road, absolutely. And that's where the conversation of, what, once again, back to the diesel, is this thing going to not hold up, but is it going to have a good reputation? I feel like, ever since diesel exhaust fluid came out and, they've been mandated and, all of the, diesel cars in America today, the reliability of diesel motors, slowly has gone down. I hear stories all the time about people having to get work done, and it is because of these new emission systems that they have put in. Unfortunately, there are people that, go against that, and they do end up taking, that system out, which, and I don't know if it's all states, but I know at least, for sure some states that's, illegal. You can get a big ticket for that. So in no way am I advising that, people do that. But, once again, it is one of those caveats that is just a reality today. Like it's one of those things that we have to deal with. So, and then the next conversation is, comparing this one to the one I got at home. Obviously, not a fair competition. The one that I got at home, it's an 18. It's the first year that they ended up coming out with the JL. And like I said, it's a great Jeep. But, the other thing too is it's 100% stock. Like, I've got nothing done to it at all. So being able to make the comparison between the two of them, it's not necessarily a fair fight, but overall, I mean, like, you take a look at like the interior, the layout is basically identical to, the first year that the JL ended up coming out. Back seats are about the same. The space that you have sitting in the back is about the same as well too. So, like I said, to go out and buy a 100% brand new one today, I really don't think it's worth it. Like, you're spending, 50 grand to take it off the lot. And then on top of that, like I said, you're throwing all of the money into, mods, lifting it, tires, wheels, all that good stuff. One thing I will say about the tires on here, I think the 3-inch lift with the 37s on here complements very nicely. I hate it when, there's always that meme like, oh, can I run 35s no lift or 37s no lift? Like, what's the smallest lift I could get away with? I understand, like, if you're on a budget constraint, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you got to do what's economically, the right thing to do, because if you can't afford it, then you can't even enjoy the thing. So, but once again, like, having the 3-inch lift with 37s on here, it complements it very nicely. There's no rubbing, obviously, or anything like that. And, overall, I think it's a really, really, good setup. But yeah, once again, great Jeep. Love how it rides. Just wouldn't necessarily go out and buy one brand new just yet. If you can afford it, by all means, go ahead. But if you want to save a little bit of money and you really, really want the diesel, I'd wait a couple years, because like I was saying earlier, like, let's see how this motor lasts. It's 7,000 miles. It's brand new. Like, it's, any problems that are going to come up, like, we're not going to see it yet. So look for some more of those, long-term reviews. If, people got them out there with, having the diesel in it, hear what they have to say. Let's see if it, stands up. Are we going to get Cummins reliability, before the diesel exhaust fluid and all that stuff, the, environmental protection, stuff? I doubt it, just because, I feel like Cummins are very simple, inline 6, and they've always had a very, very strong reputation with being reliable, handling power well, and all of those things. So honestly, long story short, great Jeep, love how it rides. Wouldn't buy one brand new today. I'd wait a couple years. Let somebody else take that depreciation hit. Don't let it be on you. Just see how it goes. Read up on it, and we'll see where it takes us. All right, guys, so that's the end of the review. Let me know what your thoughts are on this Jeep. Also, let me know, anybody that does have experience with this motor, let me know what your experience has been with it. I really am interested in, like, hearing what people's thoughts are on it, and, you know, what their experience has been having it reliability wise and things like that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. This was my first video, so let me know how it was. You know, not trying to be Tony Robbins here, but you know, the whole reason why I wanted to start this channel was just to branch out, try something new, kind of expand, you know, your level of skills and stuff like that. So if there's something you guys want to do, once again, not trying to be Tony Robbins, but dude, go for it. Like, you know, try something out. You know, if you're not learning every day, then you're slacking. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.